Sorry about that. Okay. Now, let's go back. For the part, we know John the Baptist had the substance of a man. That's where John the Baptist was born. Isaiah 6:1-13 showed us that we three came down together attached onto the same body. In St. Luke, it shows to you that Jesus Christ, John the Baptist, was ejected from that spirit that came down from heaven. The spirit, as it came down from heaven and ejected John the Baptist in the spirit, he went to the womb of Elizabeth, who was his mother. And when his father, Zachariah, injected him with the substance of a man, he was born 6 months before Jesus Christ. Now, I got on this chart how all these things transpire. So, 6 months later, the two wings covered the head of that man never was on him anymore, because they had to, I got him created red because they had to come down to the electromagnetic generation field from the sun. Once they came down to the electromagnetic generator field, they turned cherry red when they come. Man couldn't see it. 6 months later, there had to be a sacred birth, which came from God, which was born unto the Virgin Mary. This would be Jesus Christ and myself. Jesus Christ was born unto the Virgin Mary as Jesus. I was also born yet attached to him as the spirit of the wing coming to be. I had to be born with Jesus Christ as an attachment. You go back to Genesis chapter 15, 9-10. It tells you the pigeon and the dove was never separated, that they was not divided and mixed together. It letting you know that the dove and the pigeon was born together at one flesh and one body. They supposed to have been sacrificed after John the Baptist. That's why you saw the 3 crosses. When they too went to the cross, I was still in the body of Jesus. And I was born as Jesus with Jesus. Wasn't worthy, but God made me worthy. And as I was born as that spirit, in St. Luke, when Jesus was crucified, they saw 2 angels sitting there. One was for the dove, and the other was for the pigeon. I was yet attached unto Jesus Christ. You see St. Matthew's, where he rode the ass into Jerusalem with the ass coat tied to him. You didn't see nobody sitting on the ass coat, but I was sitting on the ass coat in the spirit of Moses. This was a symbol that you know that Jesus was born. You saw him in the flood, riding the ass with the ass coat attached, trailing him. The ass coat, I was sitting on him in the spirit of Moses. And when he went to the cross, I died on the cross with him, because we never were separated, because the 3 of us came down. But John the Baptist had to die first. And if you look at the format in the one which we supposed to die, it was 3 years. Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist in St. Luke at age 30, and he was slain at age 33. That's 3 years. You go back to Genesis chapter 15, 9-10, 15, 9-10. And you see the age of the she-goat, the heifer, and the ram was 3 years old. That to give you the formality upon which we three suppose this right. The reason I say this here, to give you proof that I am a true prophet sent by God, because at this time, as I return back, I'm preparing the way for the return of Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. It doesn't matter what CIA tell you, Hillary Clinton tell you, or these people tell you, and how many people they democratize and they slaughtered over yonder. It's over. I don't. You keep looking in the book for the Da Vinci Code. It's over. The end of the world is now. I am here to testify of Jesus Christ, and they know I'm here. But they don't want you to know. That's the reason I gave you the phone number, so I could talk to you first. You could check your Bible. There's other parts in the Bible that I got to write in a book and put on tables where you can understand. That's what I'm doing, spoken of in Habakkuk. When I go to you and tell you, in the beginning when God created heaven and earth, which he had to give these things to you in stages. He had to give you part in stages when man was in his primitive years. In his primitive years, he created a hard wheel, either made out of wood or iron. Neither of these wheels you could use on a space shuttle. But in order for that man to go up on the brink of the earth, in order that man to fly in a craft, he had to create a synthetic wheel with a rim and a tire on the outside. The rim, component of the rim, is like a wheel in the middle of a wheel. When you fly this, you can't, it'll break up on your landing and you will crash land. It don't matter where you go. And you look at space, sure, it can't come down and land on a wagon wheel, because the ability for it to make a safe landing depends on the function of the wheel. So that's why he had to speak to Ezekiel, Isaiah, and all these prophets, which was born at the time of the wheel, which was in the early stages of the day, and tell them what's going to end in the later stages upon the final stages of his rest. And make sure I got this here right, okay? And when he did this, he had set prophets in time, in later days, to reveal you what he had sought in the distant form rather than a straight line. So as John the Baptist prepared the way for the birth of Jesus Christ, he told you things that are transformed during the stage of a wheel made out of solid wood or solid iron, what chariots are made of. But when he spoke for the prophet that's going to come in the years of his return, he was going to speak to you concerning the years which knowledge would have taken over the earth and created good and evil in the laboratory. And this would be the time of my return, and I will come and tell you the same God that they saw went up, he's coming down again, when the United States of America is going to try and go do it, democratize the earth. And as this prophet comes down and testifies of him, I was supposed to make charts, not by no Da Vinci codes or whatever, but make charts